Hey everybody, hey, it's Ken Faulkner here to do another knife video. Um, I don't do as many of these, and that's because when I'm collecting knives, my channel's all about my collection and my collecting, and all the experiences related to that. But I do like uh, traditional slip joint knives. They're just not as I don't collect as many of them. It's kind of like flashlights and pouches and things. I like all that kind of stuff, but I don't really collect like a lot, because I do have like probably over 200 modern folding knives, and that's really what I'm addicted to, really. But I do like all kinds of knives. I mean, when it comes down to cutting with a knife, I'm I would probably like around the house. If I'm just around the house, I'm probably gonna pick up a fixed blade because it's right there and ready to cut. Um, if I'm out and about and around people, I'm more likely to have like a modern folder in my pocket and get that out for cutting purposes. But most every day, I have a and I've been using this lately. I'll have a slip joint of some kind, and I do like them. I think more what I look for in a slip joint is some different designs, so maybe some modern slip joints. Um, I like the idea of the history of them, and this one is a Eastern Cutlery, and that's a brand that I have heard a lot about, but I haven't actually had yet. So I had this on my list. I've been doing kind of a series where I'm going after certain knives from brands that I've heard about, wanted to get, and haven't gotten yet. And they've been hard to get. But recently I kind of discovered these guys, traditional pocket knives. And so they do these drops, and I've been getting in on some stuff. So I got this guy. I got the website up so I can kind of read about it because it's a little confusing to me. I'll explain, but I'll get the knife out so you can see it. This is a GEC knife, but really, when you look at it, it's got I believe this is what do they call it, acid-free wax paper, which is a traditional thing. I learned a little bit about it, but I'm definitely not going to try to preach to the choir for people that really know their stuff when it comes to slip joints. You can go to some other channels that collect, because there's people that collect hundreds of these things. This is a beautiful knife, and so one of the things I like about slip joints is the covers, and I've gotten into Jack Wolf knife. That's kind of what really brought me back, and he's come up with some crazy colors like this chaotic resin. There's a titanium jigged version, and then the Rosecraft also with this bourbon bone, I think is what it's called. And it's just so cool. I mean, it has that natural look. Most of them are pretty smooth. Obviously, the jigged one, it has some texture to it. This is very smooth. But, with this kind of knife, I'm not going to be doing any kind of crazy cutting. I might do some small cutting with it. But most often, I'm going to have a modern folder in my pocket that has a little better grip to it. So if I'm doing anything serious, cutting a box or something like that, cutting something open, I'll probably pick that up. This will be for something smaller, maybe some food, maybe, just a small little cut. But this one, anyway, and I'm going to open it up. It's got a pretty good pull on it. I don't know the numbers. I can't tell you the numbers, but definitely a good pull. You can see when it's closed that it doesn't really have that pinchable thing. I was just watching KC's live. He always talks about wanting to have that, being able to pinch it to go open. So you're going to have a good solid thumbnail, but it does have a nice long pull on it. This one is, by the way, so the official word on it, the name of it is Great Eastern Cutlery. It's a number 321224, Engineer Special Factory Order. And I think it's special because I think it's kind of almost a collaboration. Because when you open it up, on the blade itself, it says C. Risner Cutlery. Now, traditional pocket knives and C. Risner Cutlery, those are both the same, one and the same. Austin's the guy that's running it now, but C. Risner, I forget his first name. His first name of his grandfather, Clarence Risner, was the founder, and so that's where the C. Risner comes from. And so it's still in the name of the shop, even though now it's Austin that's doing all the work. So anyway, that's what it says on it. It doesn't say anywhere on it. This side doesn't have anything except for the stamp, where it's again says C. Risner Cutlery. And it also says, if you kind of do the half, if you can see it, oh, it's a little dirty there. C. Risner Cutlery, and on this side, it's got a couple of Indians on it, and it does say Indian head. So, and then it's got that cool Indian head shield on it. So there, you're seeing this kind of cool thing. I have never seen that on another knife before. Then when you get the pin blade, which is quite a decent sized pin blade. Both the blades on this knife are pretty good size. But if you kind of do to the half stop, you can read it a little better. It says carbon. And then on the other side, it's going to tell you the number. So on here, it says it's a 1095 carbon steel. And it says 50th year. So I don't know that much about it. 1974. So I guess, yeah, that would be 50 years. And I guess that's when C. Risner Cutlery was originally founded. Man, it's got a good snap. I've really got a appreciation for the fidget of a slip joint, and especially a good half stop. I really like that. Some of them don't have it, and it's okay, but I do like a slip joint with a half stop, and both the pin, knife, and the main blade, which is a clip point with a nice swedge on it. It's got a really cool swedge. Both of them have a really good pull and walk and talk. And here I am whipping out all that terminology. It's interesting to me that these bolsters here are kind of patinaing, and I think it's kind of cool. I kind of like that. So I don't know if what kind of material it is. I probably could read up a little bit on that, but yeah, the Indian head thing. So if you go to their website, there's a little bit of a write up on it. The first documented use of the Indian head trademark was back in 1974. So right back when when C. Risner Cutlery originally became a company, and then it was Buck Creek brand knives by Millard Burns. So you get all this history, which is really cool, and company. And then I guess Mr. Burns became friends with Mr. Risner, and it says my grandfather was Clarence, founder. He says so Clarence Risner was president of the National Knife Collectors Association. I didn't even know there was such a thing. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to kind of look that up and see. Maybe it's still around. I don't know. Maybe it's just for like traditionals. I don't know. But anyway, they were friends, and they kind of worked together. And then at some point, December of 1966, Mr. Risner purchased the Indian head trademark. Okay, so he got it. And so now Austin is working with GEC. It's almost, I don't know if it's an OEM or just a collaboration or what, but it definitely, all the markings on here are from C. Risner Cutlery. And they do have the Indian head, which is owned by C. Risner Cutlery. So, but I can only assume that GEC is doing the OEMing on this. I could be wrong because like I say, I'm not a big expert on it. But if I can just kind of turn it around, I love the way when you move it around. This is a Kieranite. The name of the Kieranite is, there's a specific name. Let me get it up here on the computer. Hang on a second. It's called a red pearl acrylic, but it also says in other places it's a Kieranite. And I didn't have a Kieranite covered slip joint yet in my collection, so that was part of the reason why, or any knife really, because you see some of these on Finch knives and stuff like that, and it looks so cool, and I just never had one. Now I do have one. And it's got, you know, all the good things that you want. The spring, there's no gaps. Looks like got brass liners in there, and then when you go to open it at the half stop, it looks like it's maybe a little, maybe not totally flush. It's a little bit lifted up, but definitely flush when you get here, and everything looks really tight, and there's a good fit and finish on this. A beautiful knife. They are a little more costly than, say, something you're going to get from a Chinese-made type knife, even though you get some good quality out of a lot of these companies. This one seems to be a little step above. I guess I don't really know enough to be an expert on it, but just the feel of it, the pull of it, it just seems very good. So one of the few actual USA-made slip joints that I own. So very excited. Obviously, I've carried it for a while, so I had it open, but I did want to show you the packaging. My girlfriend sees this, and she goes, "Oh, is it a Jack Wolf?" Because she's used to seeing Jack Wolf coming in the tubes. Not much of others so much. But it also has these cool little pins. So it's like a pin that you put on something, hat or something like that. I might put it on my backpack or something like that. But it's got traditional pocket knives, and it's got the C. Risner Indian head. So that was very cool. And then it comes with this little pack. I know that they're always doing like cool stickers and stuff. I haven't opened this yet. I wanted to kind of share that with you on this video, but I am excited to see what it is. So let's see. Okay, I feel something that feels like maybe a patch. Oh, there we go. We got it. Ooh, Indian head sticker. That is so cool. What else do we got? Traditional pocket knives and C. Risner Cutlery. And the Indian head again. We got Band-Aid. I think that's their regular thing. I've just started really buying from them. I think this was the third knife that I bought from them. And it's got the antibiotic ointment for when you need that Band-Aid. You're all ready to go. You don't get an infection. Haven't cut myself with this one yet. I feel like I've almost like broke my nail on it though. So make sure you're doing your collagen or whatever, lots of protein or whatever it is that makes your nails strong, because it does have quite a pull. But it is a very nice knife. And anyway, that's it. I got a GEC now. I don't know if I'll get more or not. They are a little bit more expensive, and I tend to, spend more money on Jack Wolf. Obviously, I got quite a few of those, and I'm clearly hooked on them. I'm not sure if I've got hooked on these yet. They're a little less expensive actually. I think it's like $250, something like that. But yeah, hard to get because they're sold out right now. So I'm not trying to show you something that you can't get, but it's just the way it is. They go really fast. But especially if you sign up for text messages or email from TPK, you'll get them all the time. I get them all the time. I get all these, and it's hard too because you want to buy all these knives. I want to buy all these knives. So I gotta try to say, okay, no, I'm gonna hold off on this one. Though this one I'm definitely gonna get, that kind of thing. So anyway, having a lot of fun and doing the traditional pocket knife drops. Been pretty lucky with them lately. And remember, my channel may go kaput this week. I'm waiting for Wednesday. I'm supposed to have that 7-day cooling off period where I find out if I can get the ownership over to my new Gmail account. If not, my other one's going to get disabled by my company, unfortunately. But so I might have to start up a new channel. You can go back a couple of videos and listen to more of this. 2 videos back, I think I talked about it a little bit more. If it looks like it's not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to switch it over, I'll probably put out a little video on Wednesday, because Thursday is when they're planning on moving stuff. I don't know if that means that the Gmail account from work is going to be shut off that day, but I know it gets shut off because somebody else at the company had that same problem. So anyway, there you go. There's the number, the red pearl acrylic, and here's the knife. And yeah, we'll keep doing knives. It just may be under a different name. I'm going to try to keep Ken Faulkner. Hopefully on Wednesday, if I have to do a video and say, yeah, we're moving, or I think we're moving, because right now I'm manager of this account on this new thing. But if I lose the other Gmail account, I don't know if I can still do stuff with it. It's all in limbo right now, but either way, we'll continue doing stuff. You just might have to search me out if you want to, or I'll just build a new thing from scratch. That's fine. It's just the way it goes. That's the way life does sometimes. You just got to be ready for that. You can't hold on too tight, right? All right, guys, I've talked enough. I'll see you later. Oh, by the way, goes great with this little slip pocket organizer that I got from Tony Boombots. So that's what I'm keeping it in. It keeps it nice and safe, doesn't get scratched. I got my Spartan Harsey titanium pin in there. Awesome. Fits great in the pocket. Anyway, all right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.